Welcome back to the deep dive. Wow, you weren't kidding about keeping up with all the AI news. This stack of articles, research, your notes, it's a lot.
It's been a wild week. I mean, really wild.
Yeah, so like we promised, we're going to break it all down, not just like the headlines, the stuff that actually matters, the stuff that might change how we all work and create.
Absolutely. We're talking new AI models, price wars, even some ethical dilemmas popping up.
Right, it's a lot. So let's just jump right in, maybe start with OpenAI. They've been busy dropping not one, but TWO big announcements. First, there's the new model, O3 Mini.
Yeah, O3 Mini. Interesting because it's actually both cheaper and more powerful than their earlier versions.
Right. That's a big deal, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about giving way more people access to some really advanced AI tools, right? Developers, researchers even. I mean, anyone could use this.
Exactly. And for all sorts of things. Actually, you were talking about mention a specific project or interest the listener has based on the source material.
Oh, yeah.
O3 Mini could actually be a total game changer for that. Like, imagine being able to describe a specific application of O3 Mini relevant to the listener's project.
Oh, okay. That would be amazing.
Yeah, the possibilities are pretty exciting. And that's not even the biggest news from OpenAI. They also launched Deep Research.
Just deep research.
Basically, an AI that does, really in-depth research for you, pulls info from all over, thinks it through, and gives you a detailed report.
Oh, wow. Hold on, I actually tried this out myself. It's pretty amazing. I used Deep Research to help me refine my whole YouTube strategy, and it was honestly, I was blown away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it asked me all these really insightful questions about my content, my audience, all of that.
So it's not just looking for keywords, it's actually trying to understand the bigger picture, what you're actually trying to achieve.
Exactly. And then it generated this strategy document, which I plugged right into GPT-4, asked it to create a checklist, and boom, I have a structured 4-week plan, all for, just the cost of my OpenAI subscription.
It's like having your own AI research assistant. I mean, think about it. What kind of problem could you solve with something like Deep Research?
So many. But, okay, gotta be real. OpenAI isn't the only one making moves. Google is fighting back with their new release, Gemini 2.0.
Oh, yeah, Gemini. They've actually got 3 versions of it this time, Flash, Flashlight, and Pro.
Right, like choosing the right tool for the job. Flash is a lightweight one for, quick tasks. Pro, that's the powerhouse.
Exactly.
And all of them are supposed to be incredibly capable, handling these massive amounts of information. But the real shocker, Google is, really undercutting OpenAI on price.
Yeah, that's huge. Gemini 2.0 Flash is ridiculously cheap compared to something like GPT-4. This could make some seriously powerful AI tools accessible to way more people, smaller businesses, individuals, you know it.
It really could. Could this be like the David to OpenAI's Goliath? I mean, who knows? It'll be really interesting to see how this price war plays out.
Yeah.
But okay, hold on. Buckle up, because things are about to get even more interesting when we talk about speed. Way faster, yeah. We're talking about MRAW. It's a free AI model that's been turning heads because it generates code, in real time, instantly. 0 lag time.
No, that is impressive.
There was this video went viral on X recently. An intern at MRAW, his name was Val, shows off how it works. He tells MRAW to generate a kawaii calculator on Canvas.
Yeah.
And seconds later, boom, there it is, this fully functional calculator, all pink and yellow. It pops up right on the screen. But then he says, make it nature themed. And I kid you not, MRAW changes the whole design in a flash.
Wow. That level of responsiveness is, it's pretty incredible.
It really is. It's not even just about speed. It's like a whole new way of working with AI. It just feels so seamless, intuitive.
It really does. It's like AI is becoming an extension of your own thought process. You're interacting with it in real time, almost like having a conversation with it.
Speaking of conversation, let's talk about what's going on beyond the big guys like OpenAI and Google. There's some really fascinating stuff happening elsewhere, too.
Right. Anthropic, for example, they're making some waves with their Claude AI. They actually launched a jailbreak challenge, where people try to bypass its safety protocols, kind of like ethical hackers testing a system.
Oh, interesting. So how's that going? Has anyone actually cracked it?
So far, nobody's managed to get through all 8 levels, which is a good sign. Means their safety measures are pretty solid.
That's good. That's good.
And it looks like Claude is actually being put to good use in the real world, too. Lyft is using it for their customer service.
Really?
And get this, they've seen resolution times drop by a whopping 87%.
87? That's wild.
It is.
Okay, wait, hold on. Also, There are all these rumors that Amazon's Alexa is getting a huge AI upgrade.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's powered by Claude. Anthropic is definitely a company to watch right now. They're making a name for themselves, for sure.
Speaking of making a name for themselves, have you heard about GitHub Copilot and their new agent mode?
I've heard whispers, but I haven't actually had the chance to really dig in. What's so special about it?
Well, imagine this. Copilot isn't just suggesting code snippets anymore. It's like it's recognizing errors, offering fixes, automatically even suggesting terminal commands. Basically, it's refining its own output until it's like done everything you need.
So it's not just a helper, it's like an AI pair programmer that's always one step ahead.
Exactly. It's pretty wild, though. Personally, I'm still a big fan of Cursor. Have you checked that out yet?
Cursor. Oh, right. That's a company that's been like growing like crazy, right?
The fastest growing SaaS company ever. They hit $100 million in annual revenue in just 1 year. It took DocuSign like 10 years to reach that.
That's incredible. What's driving that kind of growth?
Accessibility. Cursor's designed so that anyone, even with minimal coding knowledge, can create small software tools. It's putting the power of development in the hands of so many more people.
So it's kind of like what we were talking about with O3 Mini, but for building tools instead of just using AI models.
Exactly. I even used Cursor to build a tool that converts any image format to JPEG. It took me like 15 minutes, and it's made my workflow so much smoother.
That's fantastic. It's amazing to see how these intuitive AI tools are empowering people to create things they never even thought possible.
And speaking of creatives, we've got to talk about some of the amazing things happening in the world of AI image and video generation.
Oh, yeah. I saw something about Grok AI letting you edit images directly on X. That sounds pretty cool.
It is. So you generate an image, and then you can literally just type in a text prompt like, make the sky red, and it just updates instantly.
Whoa, that's so streamlined. It makes the creative process even more interactive.
And Pika Labs is doing some amazing things, too. They have these new features, Pika Scenes and Pika Edition.
I haven't seen those yet. What do they do?
So with Pika Scenes, you can upload a picture of your pet, and it generates a video of them in action.
Oh, that's adorable. I have to try that with my dog.
It's so much fun. And then Pika Editions lets you take a real-life video and, like, merge it with an image, basically inserting things into the scene dynamically.
Wait, so you could, like, add a lion to a hair salon?
Exactly. People are doing all sorts of crazy things with it, adding an octopus to a laundry machine, a bear to a basketball game. It's wild.
This is where AI starts to feel like magic, you know? Blurring the lines between what's real and what's imagined.
Absolutely. And the innovation just keeps coming. Topaz Labs just released Project Starlight, the first ever AI-powered video restoration tool.
Restoration, so you can take old grainy footage and make it look better.
Way better. They used it on an old Muhammad Ali fight, and it went from fuzzy VHS to like sharp HD. It was mind-blowing.
That's incredible. It's like giving old memories a new lease on life.
And speaking of blurring lines, there's this new tool called Omnium One that's been making waves. It creates deepfake videos using just a single image and an audio clip.
Wait, just one image? That's all it takes?
Yep. And the results are incredibly lifelike. People have created speaking versions of Einstein and other historical figures using just a still image and an AI-generated voice.
That's both fascinating and a little bit unnerving, isn't it? The potential for misuse is definitely there.
It definitely raises some ethical questions, but it also shows the incredible power of AI to reimagine the past and bring history to life in a whole new way.
I can see how that would be both exciting and concerning. It's like we're entering a world where seeing is no longer believing.
It really is a whole new frontier. And on a lighter note, have you heard about the Beatles winning a Grammy?
The Beatles? I thought they hadn't released anything new in decades.
Well, they just won for their AI-assisted song Now and Then. They use AI to, like, enhance some of John Lennon's old recordings.
Wow, that's incredible. AI is even making its mark in the music world now. This really is an amazing time to be witnessing all of these advancements.
It is. And believe it or not, we've only scratched the surface. There's so much more to explore.
I know. It's almost overwhelming to think about the sheer volume of innovation happening right now.
Exactly. But don't worry, we're not done yet. In part 3, we'll wrap things up by discussing the potential impact of all these advancements and what it means for the future. So stick around. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. New AI models, price wars, some incredible advancements in like speed and these creative tools. I mean, even the Beatles winning a Grammy with the help of AI.
Yeah, it's kind of mind-boggling to think about, just how much has happened in, what, a week?
I know, right? It really makes you wonder, what does it all mean for, for the future?
Yeah, that's the big question. We've seen AI generating code in real time, creating these amazing videos, even like restoring old memories with incredible clarity. It feels like we're on the verge of something big, something truly transformative.
It really does. But we also, we touched on some of the ethical stuff, right? Those concerns that come with this level of tech advancement, like Google backtracking on their pledge not to use AI for weapons and surveillance.
Right. That's definitely something to keep an eye on. As AI becomes more powerful, it's crucial to have these open conversations about the ethics of it all. What are the implications? What are the risks?
Absolutely. We need to be talking about, responsible AI development, setting guidelines, making sure these technologies are being used for good. It can't just be like a free-for-all.
Exactly. And it's not just up to the big tech companies to figure this out either. We all have a role to play, in shaping where AI goes from here.
Yeah, you're right. It's up to all of us to stay informed, ask questions, demand transparency from the companies that are developing these tools. These are powerful tools.
Exactly. The future of AI isn't like predetermined. It's something we're creating right now with our choices, with our actions.
That's a good point. So, think about it. We've seen what AI can do, NW. What will it be capable of in a year, 5 years, 10 years?
The possibilities are, they're exhilarating for sure, but also maybe a little bit daunting.
Yeah, for sure. It's an exciting time, I think, to be alive. But it's also a time for critical thinking, for some thoughtful reflection. We have to be careful.
Couldn't agree more. It's up to us to make sure that, that we're building a future where AI actually benefits humanity, a future where it helps us create a better world, not the other way around.
Well said. So that brings us to the end of our deep dive, into all the latest AI news. Hopefully, this has given you a good overview of what's happening, what it all means for all of us.
Keep exploring, keep learning, and most importantly, keep asking questions. The big ones. The future of AI, it's in our hands.
Until next time, stay curious.